Week 139, Curated Conversation, Accountability. I've been on a personal journey, changing my eating habits. Emotionally, it's hitting different this time. This change isn't about the numbers on the scale anymore. It's about taking personal responsibility to truly educate myself on what my body needs. I'm taking personal responsibility to educate myself. The first step was owning my beliefs. I'd clung on to the ideas based on wanting to lose weight. It was a learned behavior from the external forces of society and how I was raised. There is no one person to blame for where I found myself. It was my responsibility to own my past choices and beliefs that shaped them. When I met with my doctor to rule out any possible health issues, the results offered to me were a rather large, unavoidable mirror. Our medical system offered me a quick fix, medication to suppress my appetite, but I wanted to understand more about the why behind my habits. So I asked to dig deeper, and with the help of a nutritionist, I began to uncover manageable solutions rooted in understanding, not shortcuts. And so began my journey. The most impactful tool was a daily log of input, what I eat, and output, exercise and activity. Each day I faced my decisions and choices and witnessed the outcomes. This simple act of logging has provided a powerful mirror of accountability, showing me that my actions have direct consequences and that those choices are mine and mine alone. The audacity of this tool holding the mirror of accountability up to my face every day. It was me all along. I was the problem, but I was also the solution. This month, we're digging into the topic of accountability, specifically personal accountability and responsibility. We'll explore how this shows up in entrepreneurship and how our brains are wired, and I'll wrap things up with what's on my mind at the end of the month. As always, buckle up, keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and only stand once we've come to a complete stop. Let's begin with both the definitions of accountability and responsibility. Accountability is the fact or condition of being accountable. In simpler terms, it's about being answerable for the results of your actions. Responsibility is the state or fact of having a duty to deal with, something to have, or having control over someone. Put simply, responsibility is about the duty to do something, while accountability is about being answerable for the results of those duties. When you're personally responsible, you take ownership of what you're involved in, your actions, and the outcomes. You see things through and take responsibility, again, no matter the outcome, and you do your best to make things right, even when it's difficult. Our brains are wired for safety and comfort. It'll do whatever it can to justify our actions so we can feel better about our decisions. We convince ourselves that doing what we say we will do has no real consequences. We avoid and deny, but this lack of personal accountability erodes self-trust and stalls our growth. So how do we improve personal accountability? Self-reflection. Reflect on your life, actions, behaviors, and decisions personally and professionally. Are your actions aligned with your goals and values? Ask for feedback. Others can often see our blind spots. Ask for honest feedback on how you can improve. Pay attention to how people respond to your behavior. Are there recurring conflicts or issues where you're not taking responsibility? Practice mindfulness. Stay aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions in the moment. When you're more present, you can catch yourself when you're avoiding responsibility or shifting blame. Set clear goals and priorities. Define what you want to achieve so you know what you need to take responsibility for. Break your goals into small, actionable steps and prioritize them. Be proactive and intentional and take responsibility for how you approach your tasks. Have a system of accountability. Utilize deadlines, tracking processes, and support systems. Stay committed to taking responsibility for your actions. Developing a deeper awareness of what is on your side of the fence will lead to more intentional and fulfilling choices. As Maya Angelou said it best, do your best until you know better. Then, when you know better, you do better. My question for you this week is, where does taking personal accountability impact your growth as an entrepreneur? How does taking ownership of your actions influence your personal and professional success?